Hey everybody, Jason and Devin McWhorter here. So this is the beginning of our leg 2, day 4 trip. This day was a little bit slower, but we ended up getting one really good fish. Devin's probably personal best. So we're going to show you that.
20 inches, so 22 inches, so maybe, yeah, probably 6
It wasn't the length,
pounds.
it was the girth of
Yeah.
this thing was just massive. You'll see it here. We're going to show you in the video. We wanted to share with you guys some flies that were really effective. This is a river where you can use dry flies, you can nymph, you can swing. And we did get a couple nice fish on dries, basically hopper patterns, but really the most of these fish were caught on streamers. T11 sink, I think you got a T10. Hitting really these fish in water that you might not normally fish. Faster water at the beginning of the runs, swinging it through that, it's just ripping through it, and the fish hammered it.
Except for that, the last one was in slow, kind of calm water, more like bull water. But
yeah. So anyway, we wanted to show you the flies. So the first two we're going to show you are flies that I did not tie. These are flies that have been effective for us for a long time, and they're actually hard to find. We found them originally at the Gig Harbor Fly Shop, I think. It's going to be kind of hard to see this. It's really long. It's mostly rabbit hair, dumbbell eyes, and then it's got a same material that you make a egg pattern with on the front there. So that really shines. Sparkle throughout the whole tail, but this thing is long and it just moves in the water. It's amazing. And this is the same fly, just different color,
a little shorter too.
Yeah, it's
that's
a little
the one
bit
we
shorter.
got the big one on today. So.
Yeah, and this is stinger hooks, which you can see right here. Now the one problem with these flies is they can, because they're so long, this hook can come around and get hooked, in the eye of that hook. So watch that.
Or in the yarn too. So.
Yeah, pay attention to that. These other flies I tied, this one, super productive. It's almost a model of my John Wick, which is white, but it's got the 2 beads there. We called this one the Old Fashioned, which is our favorite drink. It's got the beads, it's got the red here. Red I always tie into my flies. Red, I think for these fish, symbolizes blood or gill plates or whatever. They like that. So that's that guy right there. Okay, it's got a cone head on it. This one here, we had some fish on this as well. I called this one the Fort Knox. It's an articulated. This also has, I don't know if you can see it, it's got a bead there. It's got some yellow marabou, it's got some rust and some browns. So this one did well. It's got yellow bead eye as well. Okay. The other two are, I think we've showed you these. These are models after the John Wick. This one was the Sophia, which I think we showed it to you already. It's really hard to see this fly unless it's wet. It's got marabou. It's got red here in the body underneath, and so that kind of shimmers. It's got a stinger hook and rubber legs as well. So this thing really, when it gets wet, it's got great movement. This one too, I think we showed you this. We have basically a version of the John Wick. Tungsten bead, red eyes, stinger hook. These all did really well. So that's what got most of our fish.
So you guys, we've had a lot of cold, rainy, unproductive, blown out, muddy, whatever happens, and we don't catch a lot of fish. This trip, everywhere we went, we were very successful. The last 4 days were extremely successful. So keep pounding that water, keep swinging a fly, keep getting out there. If you're not getting that fly in the water, you're not going to catch any fish. Yeah. It finally paid off for us today. So
you have a lot of bad days in fishing, and you got to put in the bad days to get the good days. So spend some time on the water, unplug, sling a line, get out there. If you like our videos, please subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you guys on the water.
Cheers.
Just go off. So this is kind of cool. I found a dead sculpin in the water. You know, a lot of the streamers we throw mimic them, or at least have the shape. This fly right here, this is the one that I called the Fort Knox. In the water, it fluffs up, and so it starts to look a little closer to this. Obviously, the sculpin are really dark, so sometimes dark flies, black flies, dark brown work really well. But we've seen a couple dead sculpin on the river, which has been kind of cool. Yeah, I saw it. But this one might be a bull. Only just because we're due. Yeah. It's not a bull. I think it's a cutty. It's a good fish. Yeah, he's might be the big fish of the trip. Oh, it's definitely the big fish of the day. Oh, is he a rainbow? Yeah. You got to get him out of. I know. Can't see him. Ow, my hand hurts. It's a big fish of the trip.
Holy cow. That is my personal best. So get my face in there. Okay, ready?
Yep.